Welcome back. On the occasion of World Metrology Day, the Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards reflects on its many achievements in the field. We get the details in this report.
Saint Lucia joins the rest of the world in observing World Metrology Day on May 20th. Metrology is the science of measurement, and this year's theme, Measurements for All Times for All People, was chosen to highlight the importance of measurements in shaping the past, present, and future. 2025 also marks the 150th anniversary of the Meter Convention, and as a tribute to this milestone, World Metrology Day 2025 will be at the core of events to celebrate a century and a half of international collaboration in metrology, from ensuring fair trade and advancing scientific discovery to addressing global challenges like climate change and public health. Measurements have been fundamental for progress and innovation. Saint Lucia, represented by the Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards, has actively participated in local, regional, and international initiatives and has achieved its own significant milestones, namely the enactment of a more 1911 Weights and Measurements Ordinance, which was subsequently used as the template for other metrology acts in the CARICOM region. Saint Lucia in 2015 became the first Caribbean country and smallest country in the world to be awarded the prestigious International Organization of Legal Metrology Award for excellent achievements in legal metrology in developing countries. The Metrology Laboratory of the Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards in 2020 was the first calibration laboratory in the English-speaking OACS countries to be awarded the iOS IEC 17025 accreditation, which later paved the way for Jamaica's National Agency for Accreditation to also receive international recognition for the accreditation. Saint Lucia was also the first OECS country to become a corresponding member of the OIML in 2022. Saint Lucia again in 2022 was the first OECS country to host the SIM Week and Annual General Assembly of the Inter-American Metrology System. And lastly, the island also saw the successful participation in the Inter-American Metrology System supplementary interlaboratory comparisons which have demonstrated Saint Lucia's technical competence in mass and volume calibrations. As a small island developing state, the role of metrology focuses on ensuring the accuracy, precision, and reliability of measurements across various fields and is crucial in various industries, including manufacturing, healthcare, and environmental monitoring by ensuring the validity of measurements. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
Mounting concerns over the sargassum seaweed invasion along St. Lucia's coastline have prompted a strong response from Agriculture Minister Alfred Prosper, who acknowledged the growing environmental and economic impact of the seaweed, describing it as part of a wider global crisis.
At Cabinet Press briefing held on May 19th, the Honorable Alfred Prosper, Minister for Agriculture, addressed mounting public concern over the widespread seaweed along St. Lucia's coastal lines. Minister Prosper emphasized that the phenomenon is not unique to St. Lucia, describing it as a global environmental challenge affecting numerous coastal regions across the world.
It is cause for concern because it has implications on our tourism sector, because as you know, the beaches are used quite a bit for our tourists when they visit our country. It also has implications on health, and I'm sure you would know in the communities where the sargassum gets onto the beach, the stench has been a major cause of concern for residents. And my constituency, as you all know, the Henry South, is one of those, as well as many of the other communities along the East Coast.
The minister has announced that a comprehensive national plan is currently in development to deliver short-term relief measures. A formal statement outlining the initiative is expected to be presented to Cabinet in the coming days. He essential equipment procured through various partnerships, including tractors, boats, and trucks, will be deployed imminently to support ongoing efforts.
The Ministry of Agriculture has a plan. We had a task force established in recent years, and through the government and people of Japan, we were able to secure some funding through the UNDP to secure some pieces of equipment to assist us with addressing the problem. What I know is that some of these equipment, like a small tractor, a dump truck, and I was told also a boat, those pieces of equipment are in the making to assist us with helping to address the problem.
While seaweed is widely recognized for its applications in both fishing and certain agricultural practices, recent reports have cast doubt over its safety. The minister has voiced opposition to its broader use, citing findings that indicate traces of heavy metals and debris in some seaweed samples. Such contaminants, officials warn, could pose significant risk agriculture integrity.
Because a lot of people use it and they think it's a very important resource for our farms, mulching, etc. But recent information has revealed that, I can't remember the names of the two contaminants in there, but there are heavy metals that if we consume can have health implications.
The minister has expressed hope that more sustainable income-generating solutions will be devised to address the persistent issue of seaweed accumulation along the nation's coastal line. However, no long-term strategies have been formally confirmed. While a number of hotels have independently launched their own cleanup initiatives, the minister emphasized that only a coordinated nationwide effort will be sufficient to bring about a lasting resolution to the problem. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bissett reporting.
These efforts have been noted by the Ministry of Agriculture's Department of Fisheries as it intensifies efforts to address the sargassum influx and support fisherfolk.
The golden brown seaweed, which has been washing ashore in increasing has been of concern for fisherfolks in various coastal communities. The obstruction at landing sites, crucial for the offloading and storage of daily catch, has made the daily feed challenging for fishers to dock and offload their catch. To mitigate the impact of the seasonal sargassum seaweed blooms on the subsector, the Department of Fisheries has forwarded a multi-pronged response strategy, emphasizing that collaboration across agencies is essential. Partnerships with local and regional institutions are being strengthened to implement both short-term and long-term solutions to the sargassum problem. As part of its immediate response, the department has invested in infrastructure development at affected landing sites. Jetties have been installed in Prale, Miku, and Savans Bay to assist fishers in navigating through sargassum-clogged waters. These are expected to reduce disruptions to fishing operations and enhance safety for sea users. Deputy Chief Fisheries Officer Thomas Nelson highlights the infrastructure developments that have been undertaken to minimize the impact of sargassum on fisherfolk.
I would like to point out some of the work that the ministry has been doing, particularly in respect of infrastructure development for the fisheries sector. And in the context of sargassum, the influx and the challenges that it poses, the ministry has been investing quite a bit to support the infrastructure that the fishers require at the various landing sites. We have been putting in place various jetties in Prale. We have been putting jetties in Savans Bay as well as in Mikud. And these sites have been affected by sargassum influx. And these pieces of infrastructure have actually helped alleviate the impact of sargassum.
Challenges, the Department of Fisheries is reassuring the public that measured steps have been ongoing to manage the sargassum season effectively. The focus is to protect the livelihood of Saint Lucia's fisherfolk and enhance the continued availability of fish on the local market.
One of the things that we have down the road is we are anticipating some equipment and machinery from friendly governments and international partners to help with the management of sargassum. And this will certainly help improve the management of sargassum around the island. At the end of the day, what is important to the ministry and our focus is safeguarding the livelihoods of fisherfolk, ensuring that fish continues to be available to the community. So food security is important. We want to ensure that as well as fisherfolk benefit from the sector in a very, very big way.
As Saint Lucia heads further into the sargassum season, the Department of Fisheries remains vigilant, adaptive, and committed to ensuring the nation's fishers are not left behind. From the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Food Security, and Rural Development, I'm Zarek Felix reporting.
Stay with us, the weather report is up next.